Welcome back, everybody. Busy Monday morning show rolls on. Mentioned we're heading to Sioux Falls later this week for the Summit League tournament. Well, the first tournament has been dynamite so far. The NSIC into day 3 today. It's Final Four day. The women's semifinals coming up here in about a half hour. The men's semis will tip at 4:30 and at 7. The Dragons play tonight against Minot State. The first game will feature reigning national champion Mankato against Minot State. The Beavers are into the semis for the first time since moving into the NSIC. It's great to have head coach Matt Murken back with us. He was with us late last week. I was joking with him, all right, you need one win to get into the NCAAs. You got it. Now, are you getting greedy? You want another one, I'm sure, to make sure that it's over. The case is over, right?
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot, but there's so much parity in our league. We talked about that, and then there's some lower seeds winning, and there's 8 really good teams in the NSIC, and
Holy cow.
5 or 6 of them are going to get in, which means 2 of them aren't. And you want to win as many games as you can while you're still alive to hopefully make sure you're one of the ones that gets in. And I got to correct you. In 21, we made the semis.
Okay. All right.
So upper Iowa and us had an overtime battle, and then
right.
we ran up against one of those northern teams that was loaded, and we battled them pretty good, but they knocked us off. But nonetheless, man, there's nothing like it's been a while since we watched our guys stick that sticker up on that wall to show you're advancing. And it's just one of the biggest things you want as a coach is your guys to just have great experiences and have fun and, look back and tell stories about what they accomplished in their college basketball career. And, every win from here on out is another one of those stories that they'll tell down the road. So hopefully we can battle and keep getting a few more.
Well, Matt, Saturday, you guys dominated on Concordia St. Paul, and you played them earlier in the year. You knew about that. You just looked like, again, I know it was 1 versus 8, so people are going to look at the seeds like, okay, well, that's a huge upset. But you guys won 25 games this year. Just describe the performance you had on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a good game for us all around. Got off to a great start. We're able to stretch it out a little bit. The crazy thing, I guess, from our perspective was, our first team all league guy, Caleb Vandegrind, got in a little foul trouble. He only played 7 minutes the first half, and our bench was phenomenal and just playing with so much energy. And we really stretched it out there to about 13 or so. And then, of course, they make a comeback, start off the second half hot, and we had an answer to that, and we're able to stretch it out again and kind of keep it at 10 there the rest of the game, 10 or more. So it's always good when you can stretch it out a little bit and give you a little breathing room. But it's going to be another battle today. Every one of them are. And Minnesota State obviously won a lot of games in March last year. So, they won the national title, won the tournament here. So we're going against a team that's comfortable out there, and that's what makes it fun. I'm sure I'm going to have that stern look on my face, but it's going to be fun the whole time.
The matchup here with Mankato, you beat them earlier this season when the game was out in Minot. This is, again, they're not maybe the team of last year, but they still got a lot of guys back. What is it about this matchup you have later today?
Yeah, we split with them, won at our place, lost on the road. Somehow I stumbled upon this today, but we were 8-0 on neutral court this year, and I think 21-1 at home or on neutral court. So
there you go.
This one's neutral. So I like that part of it. We talked about that last time. I don't like playing on the road. We didn't play great on the road this year, but we've been great on the neutral courts. But no, just kind of. I think the big thing for us is going to be, again, defensive intensity, the old coach talk, but you got to guard, you got to rebound to win. There's no doubt about that. When we're really active defensively, we're pretty good because we're pretty physical. We're pretty big all around. But when we get our feet moving or are just active and covering space on the perimeter, and they have 2 guys that are dynamite scoring it, man, 2 of the best scorers in the NSIC that were big in their win last night. And both those guys can put the ball in the basket at a high rate, and they have a lot of good guys around them too. So we got to get them slowed down and be flying around that end.
You feel like you're going in with nothing to lose in a game like this? Like, okay, we got 25 wins. Let's see, just roll it out there and see what happens. That's kind of mentality you want to have for a game like this?
Yeah, I think you got to find the balance, like we're going into every game expecting to win, and I think we've earned the right to do that. But at the same time, you don't want to sit there and get too tight and, think, hey, everybody thinks we're going to win. Like, we had a point in time earlier this year where we dropped a couple games, and I thought we were thinking, man, we got off to a great start, and what if we don't win, and what if we don't do this? And we just kind of started talking about on our team, like, what if we start thinking about great things? What if we do win 10 more in a row? What if we do, get on a hot streak? What if we are playing our best basketball at the end of the year? So we've just been trying to go into games saying, what if we have fun and what if we play great?
Yeah.
And just kind of change that mindset and make sure it's, we're going in with thinking about all the great what ifs that can happen instead of the other way. And doing that first of all, and then just, staying in the moment and doing our jobs for any given possession. And man, we were great at that. Every guy that stepped on the court was great at that. And our bench was great at that. And our crowd was great at that too. We were talking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
We had a great crowd coming down, making the trip from up north, coming down and supporting our guys. So excited to see that again today.
I guess maybe you're not surprised, but when you turned around and saw the amount of red in the stands, when you saw that Saturday, what went through your mind?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think an hour before the game where guys were walking out on the court and they had cleared the arena, and I looked up and my mom and my brother and my sister and one of my nephews was up there. They were first ones in. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's a closer game for them from where I'm from. And then, man, the Beaver fans started filing in.
That's awesome.
That was really cool. That was really cool to see. And, just a great showing. And it's fun to, it's fun to have that support system and just to share in a fun time with friends and family. And a lot of our guys were able to do that as well. So just a little extra excitement that way.
I did not have a chance to ask you about the two assistants you have on your staff, are two legendary high school coaches,
awesome.
in Jeremy Brandt and Greg Limke. Tell me about their value and why, and A, how you got them there, and B, what do they bring to your team?
Yeah, we've got a great coaching staff. Our graduate assistant as well, Jacob Sobolek, was at MSUM
Yeah,
for
that's right.
a number of years. So he's really familiar with the NSIC. He's got that, that strength, and he's great just with the details and the running the show on it. I mean, he's unreal good at that sort of stuff. So he's got that covered. And then we have two former Beavers, two guys that played for Minot State. So it means a little bit more for them, I think, from that part of the state as well. So just kind of coaching for your alma mater and playing for that hometown means a little bit more. So they both won. I mean, I should have the number of games they've won combined. It's off the charts good.
Right.
The years of experience, and just they're so good at seeing the big picture and having that perspective of, they've won games and lost games and played in big, coached in big games and coached all kinds of different guys. So, those two guys run the point on every scout that we have. They just take one each weekend, and they're really good at that. And then having that experience and then being able to kind of tweak it from there has made my life a lot easier. And just having that, the biggest thing is just having that perspective of, they've sat and seen a lot of basketball over the years. And, Jeremy's son plays for us.
Yes.
And he wanted to kind of see him play his college career. He's a sophomore for us. And that was a big part of that. And he has family in the Minot area. So he moved back and he's teaching at Minot High. So we want to keep winning and make him use up all of his, all of his time off days. He doesn't have too many left. So hopefully that's a problem to keep playing. And then Coach Lemke, is retired basically and kind of just always wants to be around. And he's got family. His mom still lives in Minot. So he's kind of, helping us out throughout the season here as well. And it's been great to have that perspective, and just the love that they have for our university and for our program is second to none. And that's been kind of, they have a story for every occasion for our guys.
I bet they do.
That helps out too. And we've been teaching the young guys a lot about North Dakota basketball history. I can tell you that every small town we drive through, there's a story of a big game or a state tournament that happened there. Every bus driver we have, we're talking about who's from that town and what big games they played in. So that's made the road trips a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. You were joking with me before we got on the air about your recruiting schedule that you normally have. You may have to blow that up because you're still playing, which that's a happy byproduct. But how do you juggle that now? Because it looks like your season may be going longer than it ever has.
Yeah, that's the hopes, is to keep winning and earn our way into the NCAA tournament and blow that recruiting schedule up and cross all that stuff out. But we want to see as many people live as we can too, to keep we're close to done. We've signed 4 high school guys from in-state already. So we're super excited about that. But, we want to get out and see the young guys and get to EDC or WDA or wherever else we need to get the next few weeks. All that stuff's going on too. And hopefully, either way here with this tournament, our guys deserve a few days off. And when that happens, I'm going to be on the road somewhere. And then when we get back in the gym, we'll focus on our team and hopefully be playing in the NCAA tournament in a couple weeks.
Matt, if you're able to get this one today, is this the biggest Division II win in Minot State men's basketball history?
Yeah, I would think it would have to be because that cements us. I would think into anything can happen with upsets and things like that.
Yeah.
But I would think that would cement us into the tournament, which would be certainly a first for us. So it's a big one. It's going to be a fun one. We could have said the same thing when we talked last week. That next one was going to be a really big one,
Right.
On Saturday afternoon. So at this time of year, whether you're a high school coach or whether you're a college coach, every single one's huge. You want to just keep fighting and when you love your team, you want to keep coaching them for as long as possible and being around them. And as long as you keep winning, you get to do that at this time of year.
It's 4:30 start. You mentioned you already have shoot around. So what's the plan? What do you do between now and 3:00?
That's a good question. I got to keep myself busy. Normally, I'd probably work out or something, but we've joked around about me having the back issues and back surgery a couple weeks ago. So I'm a little stationary, but I'll probably be pacing a little bit, and I'll probably be checking all kinds of high school scores, junior college scores, looking at all that stuff, and got a little film to watch too for coming up, and a little prep for the future as well, and prep for this game tonight. It's kind of a quick turnaround because we had the day off, which is great.
Yep.
But we didn't know until about 6:30 last night who we were playing. Between St. Cloud State and Minnesota State Mankato. So then we went straight from there to practice and straight from there to eat, and then quick meeting, and then rolling today. So that's what makes it fun, is just kind of that tournament. You never know what's next, and you're always hoping for one more game.
I saw last night Cody Schilling and the Augustana staff were still in full suits.
Yeah.
You ever going to rock that again or no? What do you think?
Man, I'm not a suit guy. Give me some sweats and a zip, quarter zip, and I'm ready to go.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I want to be able to walk off the gym floor and either do a workout or hit the golf course. One of those two. That's a little bit more is my style. But to each their own.
Yeah.
They can do what they want. I don't know if that's happening again.
Yeah, right. That's done. That's done, so man. Right. Those days are done for everybody, man. That's why I saw it last night. Like, wow, you're not used to that anymore, wearing a full suit on the sidelines.
Yeah, if you could get me some mustard colored pants, maybe I'd do that, but that'd be about the only way I'd have a collar on.
Hey, we were popular at the Academy Awards last night. I'm just going to let everybody know on that. So great to see you, bud. Good luck later today, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Matt Murken, Minot State men's basketball head coach, joining us. Beavers coming up with MSU Mankato. Tips at 4:30. We'll feature more of that on what to watch coming up. Again, they've got 25 wins. They were, I believe, 8th in the last Central Regional ranking. They're going to move up because they beat St. Paul. You get this one, boy, you're a lock for the NCAA tournament, as he said, and then you're playing for the automatic bid tomorrow night. This is going to be a heck of a challenge. Mankato's still really, really good. But you have the potential here. We could have a Minot, MSUM, NSIC title game tomorrow night. That would be awfully entertaining in Sioux Falls. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up and get you ready. We got a busy Sports Monday on tap. We'll do that when Hot Mike wraps right after this.